Hey, what's going on? I don't own the rights to this music. This is Tiwa Savage, and it's called Koroba. I hope I said that right. All my African friends, just correct me, okay? I'm learning. I'm embracing the culture and the beautiful music as we go along in this journey. Good evening. My name is Michelle, and I am the creative queen bee of Beachy Pal Wellness and Skincare Products. And tonight is a special night. Yes, yes. I love this music. It is awesome. So as we're approaching into September, I'm at the Pink Vanity, by the way. Yay, it's back. I had to become a very, very creative with it being here. So as we get started this evening, I wanted to talk with you a little bit about some Seamoss, good Seamoss, not so good Seamoss. And I wanted to kind of reflect and talk to you about a seed that I've used, which is really, really good. It's Moringa seed. And it's out of my own little stash. Because what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to find out from you all what types of products in terms of natural seeds and things like that that you would like. Hey, how you doing, Miss Jones? And the Jones is in the house. And I want to be able to offer up what you need. So I'm going to talk about that as well. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. And I'm going to show you the difference between a good Seamoss and a bad Seamoss. So let me grab this light. Hopefully I can get that. There we go. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm hoping that you can see this on the plate. And I'm going to lift it up so you can actually see it. Hey, what's going on, Anita? Hi, Roxy. And hello. Good evening. So, a couple of people were asking me, well, how do you know what is good Seamoss and what's bad Seamoss? And I'm going to be honest with you. There are so many different strands of Seamoss. There are different ones, but there are some that are that they say now are, made in a lab. And I don't sell that because I get it straight from Jamaica. But more importantly, the source that I get it from is a very reputable source. She's been an herbalist for over 40 years. And actually, even some of the products that I have coming in, they actually go out and they dive for the product. So I don't get it from like a wide open source. I get it from valuable sources. And so I wanted you to tap in and see the difference between the two because they look very similar. And I'm hoping I can get this on video really good. So this is good Seamoss. This is what it looks like. If you can see, it's dry, doesn't have a lot of salt in it. It looks kind of small for right now and crunchy. That's a good indicator. And then the tentacles in here, they're small. The tentacles are small. I wish I had a magnifying glass so you could see it, but I'm going to put it in the water while we're talking about the moringa seed. And so we're going to be able to really see what it does. And the process that I go through when I'm making gel for you guys. So that's one thing. All right, so one that is not so good. And this is a big, big indicator. It doesn't have any tentacles. It looks like straw. It looks like straw. It's kind of hard to see, but when I go and wet it, you're going to see it. And you're going to be like, oh, I get it now. It looks like straw, like hay. There are no tentacles on this, none. And I went ahead and I got this. There are a few here, but it's very, very straw-like. I don't know what that is. So there are some people that would say this is good, but it looks long and stringy. So now this is what we're going to do. We're going to do an experiment. We're going to be like we're in science class. Hey, Derek, how you doing this evening? Sorry for my little makeshift light here. I'm really trying to get you all to see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm going to pour some water. This is the good moss. I'm going to pour water over it. And this is the one that's not so good that I was able to get in. I asked someone to get some for me because I wanted to see myself. And I am pouring that water over it. And while we are talking, we're going to literally see how this all goes down. So we're going to put that to the side for a moment. Okay. And we're going to let the water soak that up. And we're going to move on to the next thing. That was that one. And this one is this one. Okay. Very good. All right. So I'm going to move on to the next thing. The next item that we're going to talk about, which is really cool, it is the moringa seed. Now, the moringa seed, I got it from Jamaica. And when I went to Jamaica, I met this wonderful herbalist, and she put me on to these. And I like them. However, I don't have that many, so I use them I covet these quite a bit. But this is what it looks like. I want you to see what that looks like. You see that? I'm trying to get the light there. And I'm sorry I'm in a dark space this evening. This is horrible, horrible lighting. But let me see if I can do like that so you can see it. You see that? That's the moringa seed. And it has, and you can just chew it. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just showing you can just eat it. But it has some really good benefits to it. So let's get into the benefits real quick. I don't have my glasses as usual, but here we go. So the moringa seed I got from Jamaica is full of vitamin A, vitamin B1, B2, which is riboflavin. It has folate and ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. It also has calcium, potassium, iron, as well as magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc. And I want to go into some specific benefits as to why that is even important with the moringa seed. I don't want to, there you go, you can see that there. Now, what the moringa seed does, some benefits, it protects and nourishes your skin and your hair, and also contains protein. So that's like a really big factor, the protein that it does have. And then also too, it has hydrating and detoxifying elements to it. Hey, how you doing, Keith? It's good to see you on. Listen, this is another brother. I'm going to say this real quick. Keith is another brother that sells Seamoss in New York. Okay, he's in Long Island, where I'm from. I'm from Uniondale. He's from Uniondale. So, Keith, you put your website information down so people can know where they can get it from you as well up north. Because the whole point of us even doing, like people like Keith and myself, the reason why we even put this on, honestly, and talk about Seamoss and all the different things that we offer is for protecting our health. It is for allowing us to be able to offer you alternatives of traditional medicine versus westernized medicine to build your immune system. So, Keith, if you don't mind, go ahead and just put your information in the comments below, and people will be able to know how to reach out to you. So it also it's good for treating edema. So I'm going to just say this, and I say this just about every week. All of the things that I offer up here, they are not considered Western medicine. And so therefore, I am not a doctor, but I use alternative herbals to better my lifestyle. As you can tell, I'm not a size 2, but it's not about you being a size 2. I know size 2s that are sick. I'm not sick. I don't take no medicines, and I give God the glory for that. However, there are a lot of people who are not on medicine or not on anything major, and they need to really dive into some of these medicines as you're getting older traditional medicines, I should say, or herbs. I will call them herbs, because the real fact of the matter is that with herbs, they help to prolong your life. They help to be a preventive. Okay, a lot of times people want to hop on board and they want to use herbal medicine when they already have like a whole 12 pack of medicine, right? But you have to wean yourself off of stuff like that. I have people who buy herbs from me and they have a whole list of medicines. They wean themselves off and they take their time. And they do that because, of course, they want to be healthy and they don't like the side effects of westernized medication. So if you're wondering what my moringa seed tasted like, it's sweet and it's bitter at the same time. Okay, but it has wonderful, wonderful benefits to it. So let's hop back into the benefits of the moringa. All right, so the moringa, all right, also treats edema. Edema is a painful condition where fluid builds up in a specific area of tissue in the body. And so what it does, it counteracts and it decreases inflammation in the body for you. Hey, Priscilla. So another really good benefit of the moringa seed, and these are the moringa seeds if you're just coming on, is it helps to protect the liver, okay? It protects the liver and it appears to work against liver damage and anti-tubular drugs that can quicken and repair your liver. So if you've been one of those people that kind of like, hitting the sauce back, really, try some moringa seed if you haven't been diagnosed with anything, or if you have and you want to but we're going to get into the medicines on that and why I say you really need to use this type of medicine before you are diagnosed, okay? It also helps and it helps to treat cancer. Now, I don't like getting into all of that but what it says, it does help to prevent cancer developing as it contains niacinamide. I'm not familiar with that, which is a compound that suppresses the development of cancer cells. So that's something also good to know about it. If you're dealing with stomach complaints, it helps with stomach complaints. And so constipation, ulceritis, antibiotic and antibacterial properties of the moringa help to inhibit the growth of various pathogens and is high in vitamin B, which helps with digestion. So we're here helping the digestion system, okay? And, sickness starts in the gut. That's what they say. And if it starts in the gut, then you're going to be using things in your body to help you alleviate that, right? Okay, so fighting against bacterial disease. This is another good one. Due to its antibacterial, antifungal, and antimicrobial properties, moringa extracts help to decrease infections caused by salmonella and E. coli. So that's also good to know. And then we have helping you to have stronger bones. So stronger bones. Moringa contains calcium and phosphorus, which help keep bones healthy and strong, along with its anti-inflammatory properties, and it helps to treat arthritis and damaged bones. Now, we're still working on, and if you're just coming on, I know you may have said, okay, her thing says she's going to be talking about good and bad Seamoss. What I'm doing, just to give you a quick update, I actually put in some good Seamoss and some water, and I put some bad Seamoss and some water. This is the development so far. And we're going to get back to that in a moment. So we're going to see what happens within 15 minutes of us talking, what actually happens with the Seamoss. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so welcome on. We enjoy having so many of you. We love it each and every week. I try to come on every week. You know why? Because a lot of people want to know what's going on with herbs. They want to know. This COVID-19 was an eye-opener. It really was. It was an eye-opener in the sense that they're like, hey, people are like, look, I don't know what these folk trying to give us, but we don't want no parts of it. Let me take care of my body. That's how I felt. That's how a lot of my friends felt. And so this is what we are offering to you all, herbs. You can get my herbs on beachypal.com. That's right. That's the beach with a Y, pal, because all the herbs are your pal.com, beachypal.com. Back to the benefits of the moringa seed. So we talked about healthier bones, but it also says it helps with mood disorders, treating depression, anxiety, and fatigue. Now, I'm not familiar with that too much in terms of the moringa. I never noticed that because I am a proponent of valerian root. Y'all know when I start talking about valerian root, it's on and popping, but I love valerian root. That helps with anxiety. It helps you go to sleep. I digress, and I'm going to come on. I'm going to walk right back. I'm going to walk right back into the moringa seed. But I guess depending upon how much dosage you use of the moringa seed, that it will help with that. So that's awesome. You also want to keep in mind when you're using herbs, something wonderful happens. Herbs allows your body to begin to balance out internally. And when it does that, your pH level is balancing within. But I'm going to put a caveat to that. If you are operating in unforgiveness, if you are operating in, any type of anger towards yourself, other people, your pH level, it could seem like it's balanced, but your body will not be clean. You have got to have a really good emotional, and hear what I'm saying, emotional stance when you're dealing with any type of combating any type of sickness. You can have a wonderful pH level and you could be as mean as a dog and you will be sick. You got to hear what I'm saying. Let your heart be clean, right? Let your heart be clean. All right, I digress a little bit, but we're going to come on back. Another thing that the moringa seed is good for, again, it is protecting the cardiovascular system, so it is good with your heart. Anything pertaining to the heart and having a healthy heart. And since we're talking about the heart, yes, it is good for your heart. And it helps to heal wounds. So it helps to reduce the appearance of skin. Now, this is a dry moringa seed. I don't have the extract, but they do offer extracts. I don't offer extracts. As a matter of fact, this is my stash. It helps to treat with diabetes. Now, keep in mind when I say this with the moringa seed, when it says that it helps to treat diabetes, that is when you know you're not messing with your medications and dealing with diabetes at the same time. I must repeat that again. If you have symptoms of diabetes and you have not been taking medications, or you have kind of weaned off of your medications, then moringa is a good alternative. But if you are using diabetic medication, I do not recommend using it. And we'll get into that a little bit. Treating asthma. This is good for treating asthma. If you're having asthma attacks, it protects against bronchial constrictions, and it also has been shown to assist in better lung function and overall breathing. So the moringa seed, if you're just coming on, helps with breathing. It helps with the respiratory system. And another one that is really good, kidney disorders. If you're dealing with kidney disorders, it helps with the bladder or any type of, actually even the uterus, it says here, if you ingest the extract. Now, I don't have the extract. I don't sell it. But like I said tonight, I'm showing you things that I have in my medicine cabinet, right? My herbal medicine cabinet. So if you want me to carry any of these things, I will definitely go ahead and I will make sure I put that in my next order, because I'm running low on herbs. So since I want to come to who uses it, to you all, the public, and find out what you would want. So I'm introducing different herbs to you tonight so you would know. Okay? Reducing high blood pressure. This is a big one. Moringa contains isocafetane. I don't know how that works. I never heard of it. Niacinamide, I mentioned that before. And these compounds help to stop the arteries from thickening. That's really cool. And then also too, it causes, that's what causes the blood pressure to rise. So it actually helps to stop the arteries from thickening. So that is a really, really good positive note. Eye health, really good for your eyes. So moringa contains eyesight improving properties because it has high antioxidant levels, it says here. And then also moringa may stop the dilation of retinal vessels and prevents the thickening of capillary membranes that inhibit retinal dysfunction. So that's another good thing to kind of like keep in mind when you're looking at what the moringa seed can do. Then also too, it says here it helps with anemia and sickle cell disease. So it says that moringa might help a person absorb more iron, therefore increasing the red blood cell count. And then it's thought that the plant extract would be very helpful in treating and preventing anemia and sickle cell disease. Now, I want to kind of go into some of the side effects of using the moringa, because let me tell you something. There's good things and bad things in all things. You know, sugar can be good, but too much sugar is bad, right? Grits is good, but too much grits is bad. Water's good. It's really good for you. Too much water can be bad for you. Anything. There's a life balance, right? So on here, it does state that the moringa may possess anti-fertility qualities, and it is not recommended for pregnant women. I say that if you're pregnant, do not use moringa at all. How you doing, Nazir? And then also too, if you always, let's say, these medicines. Now, I'm not familiar, but if you are on any of these medicines, do not use moringa. And that is levothyroxine, any medications associated with liver disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. For those who have stuck out with me, this is the moringa seed, and I went over the benefits with you all. Listen, here is what we're looking at in terms of our Seamoss. Now, earlier, if you were not on earlier, what I did was I got a good batch of Seamoss, and I put it in water. And if you all remember how small it was, but now how big it is. Let me get this bag, because I don't want to touch it. And look at how that has fluffed up. Do you see that? That's just within 15 minutes. So when you're making your raw Seamoss, you need to leave it up to 8 hours, the minimum. Some people 24 hours. I like 24 hours because then I don't have to worry about it being too thick, because I want a nice gel consistency. Now, this was the bad Seamoss. And remember when I told you how it was stringy? It has not fluffed out. It is flat. Do you see that? It is flat. It is flat. So when you are out and you are getting Seamoss, this one, it has, as if it has tentacles, but it's really like straw. So that is not one to get. The one you want is the one here. You want to see the tentacles. You want to see the tentacles at the end. You want to see it fluffing up. And you need it to be tender to blend it really nice so you can get a nice gel consistency. If you leave it overnight, you can do that. But if you do it for 8 hours, you can also. And you just add some spring water, like I just did with the spring water. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I am, again, Michelle with Beachy Pal Skincare. And thank you for visiting me on the Pink Vanity tonight. Hit me up, leave me a message, www.beachypal.com. If you have any at all herbs that you're saying, I would like to get this or that, let me know. I'll try to get them for you. Again, something like bladderwrack is very hard to get. The person who can get it for me, they have to dive for that right now. It is hard to get. However, whatever it is that you're having a need of, hit me up on the email there, the DMs, whatever you want to call those things. And I will try my very best to get it for you. And we're going to again leave out with Tiwa Savage. And it's this Koroba. This is a Nigerian artist, and she is bomb. She's fire. So good night. Y'all have a blessed and safe weekend. And thank you again for visiting me on the Pink Vanity. It's been a blast. Good night. Oh, if you have questions about the Seamoss, let me know. She said, I don't come to this life to suffer by following politicians. Some deep stuff. God bless.